Joining us in studio this morning, Juanita Jennings back with us, Public Affairs Director for the City of Roswell. Welcome back. Good morning.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Doing well. Great.
Good. How was your Easter weekend?
Easter weekend was wonderful.
Good. Did you get to do some stuff with the family and all that?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
My parents came into town, and my kids they got to see them, and then my brother and sister-in-law came in from Farmington.
Nice.
And so it was really great. It was really great.
I'm glad you got a day off. You don't get a lot of those. So
no, I don't get a lot of those. So it was
nice.
wonderful. It was wonderful.
Good deal. And the reason she doesn't get a lot of days off is because it's really busy right now. There's a lot going on, a lot of events, a lot of activities, a lot of information, just a lot of stuff going on right now the weather changes, and that kind of brings it by default. Anytime the weather gets nicer, we want to go out to the zoo and go out to our parks and do these kind of things. So naturally, more events going on.
More events, yeah. And I think we're finally back. We're getting out of that COVID era, we hope, and things are opening up right now. At the Recreation and Aquatic Center, we're gearing up for the summer outdoor pool opening.
Nice.
And so we are still looking for lifeguards if people are interested. Our goal is to have the pool open around May 14th.
Okay, I knew it was around mid-May it come down.
On the weekends, and then officially, open daily after Memorial Day weekend through Labor Day. It should be a really great time. Lots of fun happenings, programming. We did an aqua egg hunt this year instead of our regular egg hunt, which was really fun. And
do you actually put eggs, or is it like a plastic egg?
Plastic eggs, not real eggs.
I was like, is an eggshell waterproof? I don't know. I never tested that theory.
That could be a good science project, man. But yeah, so that was really fun. And then adult volleyball, we're gearing up for adult volleyball. And so lots of different activities. On Friday night, they're having their glow-in-the-dark dodgeball tournament.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So if you want to come out and enjoy a game of dodgeball,
nice,
come join us.
And maybe you can use your extra stealth skills in the glow-in-the-dark version. That should be a lot of fun.
Yes.
And it's very affordable. You can, if you go to RoswellConnect.com, you can learn more about getting season passes, day passes, whatever, to the Recreation and Aquatic Center. And with the warmer weather coming, summer months, the outdoor pool, more people are going to want to use it. You might make out like a bandit here by taking advantage of like a season pass or a thing. That way, during the summer, if you're going once, twice a week, it's going to pay for itself quickly.
Yes, absolutely.
So definitely look into those kind of things as great alternatives. Save a little money and get some summer fun for the family. So.
Absolutely. And then this weekend at the Spring River Zoo, we're celebrating Earth Day.
Okay.
So April 23rd, we invite everybody to come out and celebrate our beautiful planet.
Nice.
We'll be having just different learning opportunities for our citizens.
Okay.
We have different companies that are coming out there. They'll have different booths. You'll get some goodies from them.
Okay.
So it's from 10 until 2 p.m.
Okay.
And so it should be a really great time.
Plus, you're out there at the zoo, so there's all the other zoo stuff going on,
all the other zoo stuff. Yeah, you should see our little wallabies. And one new thing that you're going to see at the zoo is our elks, our mom and dad elk.
Okay.
Alexis's parents. Remember last year we had the little baby? Well, she's not a baby anymore.
Not baby. Well,
she's big baby.
A year ago, the problem was a new home for little baby becoming big baby. So that got solved, and now we got I guess new problem is we got to make room for more family coming in.
Yes. Yeah. So our exhibit is done. It's completed. So thank you to our community, Roswell. You guys funded that with donations, our friends of the zoo. So the exhibit is done. So we got to bring mom and dad over. And so we moved them on Tuesday. And so far, knock on wood, so
Family's
good.
Getting along.
Family's getting along.
No family squabbles.
No. And so now we have 3 elk in that exhibit. So we have mom, dad, and then Alexis, our new little baby.
Well,
and
that should be fun for the zoo goers, because now you get to see them interact and kind of see, semblances of how they interact in their natural habitats in the wild, things like that. You'll see kind of a little bit closer resemblance to them in their natural environment.
They are big.
Yeah.
I did not realize how large these elks are. Like when you are close up, they are huge.
Yeah, pictures don't do them justice.
No.
And then you stand next to them and you're like, oh, wow. Either I'm really short or that thing's pretty big.
Yes.
And
yeah, so they had their vet checks on Tuesday, and then they got moved over, and so far so good. So another new thing happening, and then in a couple of weeks we are going to open our butterfly garden, which is our pollinator garden. This year we're going to have butterflies. Again, it's more about the plant life that, how do butterflies become butterflies, from Project Chrysalis to, all of the process. So that type of education, where the bears are just to the west of that area, it had been kind of just sitting there.
Sure.
And so
needed something to do there.
Yes. Our last December's campaign was to, again, help us with donations, the admission fees. Obviously, those help us to create these new projects.
Sure.
And so the weekend of May 7th, which will be a free zoo day, we invite the public to come out and see our butterfly garden.
Come meet the new members of the zoo there.
There's like 20 of them. And so just to set the expectation, there's not going to be hundreds or thousands of them, because part of the educational process is they have to kind of lay their eggs and mate.
It's the life cycle.
It's the life cycle of it, but lots of different plants.
It just so happened, my wife, who's a second grade teacher, she's doing like a unit very similar to this, and so she ordered a little kit for the classroom, and it's basically she got a couple of the little larvae and everything, and a little cup. Yes. And of course they feed them, do all that stuff, and then they pupate into the. So then they go into their pupating phase, and then she has to transfer them to a little collapsible cage thing. And so this last weekend they actually hatched. They came out, and so now they're back in the classroom and everything. And I think at some point, once they've done the lesson, they'll release the butterflies.
So we will have some butterflies that we'll release that day. And again, it's part of that educational opportunity for our locals, and then also for the tourists to see what we have. But mostly our goal is to bring in the schools, teach them a little bit about our circle of life.
And this is where that's why I'm a radio DJ and didn't get a career in science and math. Is that, like, do butterflies only do that in the spring, or is that a year-round thing? I don't know.
So my understanding, there's different timings.
Okay.
So, yes.
So, I was curious, like, so is the butterfly thing, like, during the winter, is it going to be kind of barren because they're not doing nothing during that time? Or if there's different breeds that do their thing in the winter. I have no idea.
Yeah. So the plan for that area, the Pollinator Garden, we're calling it the Butterfly Garden because it's just beautiful and you can do a lot more creative stuff.
Sure.
There will be butterflies, but the other part of the goal is that natural habitat for plants. So like bees, how do bees pollinate? So having those type of flowers in there, and then again using that as an educational opportunity.
So it's kind of like a seasonal microcosm. So in the spring, you're going to be seeing this, and this at the garden. As we go to summer, it's going to transition to this, and then in the fall, you're going to see this kind of stuff going, and then in the winter, you're going to see some things hibernate. You're going to see some things flourish, and so it really is kind of like a snow globe of the seasons in New Mexico, and how wildlife and plant life,
and insects,
survive and live here in our part of the woods. So
absolutely.
Okay, very cool. So, now I got it. So it's much bigger than butterflies.
Yes.
Got it. Now it makes sense.
We're starting with butterflies, and we hope to grow to that. But
very
again,
cool.
Super big thank you to our community for supporting the zoo by coming to the zoo, buying things in the shop, because that is how we've been able to make this happen. And, we hope to just continue doing more and more every year.
Absolutely. So. Well, and I know, and I don't know if this is your segue, but I'm going to crowbar it anyway. Ways to keep events and things happening like this is come out on, is it 30th? Or 30th?
April 30th.
30th is Brew at the Zoo.
Brew at the Zoo.
Which, how many years now have they been doing that? It's like 3, 4 now?
3 or 4. I mean, with COVID,
COVID kind of put a damper a little bit on it, but it's back in full blast once again. You can come and pre-register. Do you do that through Roswell Connect? Or?
You don't do that through Roswell Connect because that is actually, it's organized by our Friends of Spring River Zoo.
So it's all through the Friends of the Zoo.
All through the Friends, but all of the money that they raise go back to the zoo for capital projects. So, so that is on April 30th. Tickets are $40. You can buy them at friendsofspringriverzoo.com.
And I believe it gives you a commemorative glass and 10 samples.
Yes, you get 10 samples of beer, and you get a nice cup, and they'll have food vendors out there, and it's just a really great time.
And they got a DD rate too, where you a different rate, and you get free
$25. Yes,
non-alcoholic
soda,
drinks,
water,
and then of course there's going to be lots of food out there too.
So
eat up and eat the food, and even if you're not a beer drinker but you're a foodie, you probably could do a food crawl as easily as you could. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like whatever you're into, you can gorge on it to your heart's delight.
Yes,
And of course, and then they'll have lots of opportunities for designated driving and all that. Be safe about it. But come on out, have a beer, or maybe get some food. Come and hang out at the zoo. April 30th. Again, go through the Friends of the Spring River Zoo through their website or Facebook page.
Yes.
You'll find links there. and get your tickets. Are they doing day of stuff, or is it all at the door?
They are doing at the door till.
Pre-registered.
They're doing, yes. You can get your tickets ahead of time, and then they will do at the door if there are tickets available.
So first come, first serve, day of.
Yes, we encourage you get them early. Yeah. Don't wait till the last minute.
Because I think most people are planning the event, so they're going to gather their friends and say, "Hey, we're going to have fun at the zoo on the 30th," and so. Yeah, go and get your group of people together, and then go to the Friends of the Zoo's website and get your tickets.
I remember working I think it was the Oktoberfest when we were having it, and we had to turn people away at the door that night just because they waited so long, and it was like,
bad.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but
they just want to come and have a good time and help out
and night and all that. So get your tickets early, make a plan, and do it early.
Plus, you look cooler amongst your friends when you come in advanced and all that stuff. I know it's it's kind of embarrassing when you get there and like, oh, I didn't plan right, now I gotta So avoid all that. Just go and then all you gotta do is come and have a good time and enjoy the zoo and enjoy all the cool stuff and just out of curiosity, is there, or is this way too far in the planning? Is there some projects or things that they've got earmarked that they want to do some things in the future with some of this money? Like, I just want to, far out future stuff. Say, hey, you come out and have a beer, you're contributing to this.
So our bear enclosures, our next big project, our big
so
capital
a lot of this
project,
will go towards that.
And then also our Leprino farmland experience, which is our main entrance. So those are the two big capital projects.
So that's kind of where the money will probably go first. Here,
yes.
Stuff.
Other than that, right now, the other new thing that you're going to see, again, great support from this community coming to the zoo, is our reptile building is under construction right now. It hadn't been operable for many, many years. And so John, our new director, and myself, as it's been under our leadership, we really have set a plan of action as how do we improve this quality of life opportunity and tourist attraction to make it the greatest that it possibly can be with the resources that we currently have.
Absolutely.
And so every year our goal is to kind of improve it. And again, working with great partners like the Friends of the Zoo, we're able to do that.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, this is all bringing it, the goal of bringing this, because right now as it is, the zoo is really an animal rescue. That's all the animals that call the Spring River Zoo home are animals that can't make it in the wild for various reasons. So
most of them. Yeah.
And so they call the place home because that's what we do. We take care of them and things like that. So as this place evolves, it's probably going to kind of transitioning it more like the biopark. And what I mean by that is it's more of a research, and I mean, yes, it's there to come and enjoy and things, but it's as much as education and research and things as it is the entertainment and
conservation and really that's our goal. We're a rescue zoo, but we are steering away from that, and we want to be that educational conservation place for these animals and for our locals and visitors to really learn about the circle of life.
But in the big scheme of things, I think you guys are going to be both because at the end of the day, yes, we're using it for education stuff, but still at the same time, all the animals that are coming in are animals that are struggling out in the wild or in the natural habitats for various reasons, either because of man or because...
Some of them, not anymore. So we actually have 4 new, so like our wallabies, those were not rescue. Okay. Our capybara, those were not rescue.
Are they part of like...
Alexis, she wasn't a rescue.
Okay.
She, mom and dad. So we have... a partnership with other zoos.
That's what I was asking.
Kind of transfer, babies, and it's kind of neat. So
it's kind of like the Smithsonian does, where they loan pieces to other museums. Same concept.
Same concept.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool.
Pretty neat.
So which is unique for us, because I mean, let's face it, there ain't a lot of wallabies native to our part of the world. You're going to see them just, hopping up and down the highway or anything. They're not doing that.
And those wallabies are feisty. Yeah. They were cleaning out the pen and trying to do. Wow.
Yeah.
And they're fast.
I actually, when I was a teenager, I got to go to Australia. I was very fortunate through the Boy Scouts, and we got to go to the zoo, and so I got to hold koala bears and be right there with kangaroos and the wallabies, and so a lot of those animals that are native to Australia, New Zealand, those areas, and so it was kind of cool to hold them and see them. And I haven't done it since, obviously, but it's kind of neat that folks in Roswell can experience some of that stuff and not have to go to Australia to do it.
Yes, come on down. Yeah. Come on down.
Good deal. So again, April 30th, Brew at the Zoo. Go to, is it like friendsofspringriverzoo.com?
Yes.
Is the
Or you
website.
can find it on our website at springriverzoo.com. We have a link to their page, but yep.
Very
Get
good.
Your tickets. Get your
Excellent.
tickets.
What's next we want to promote?
So I think the next thing that we have coming up, obviously, is UFO Festival. We're in high gear. We're less than 72 days away about.
I'm thinking, and I'm not trying to make nobody nervous, but
Sure.
like right now is like the most nerve-wracking time for UFO. I mean, obviously the day of, everyone's scrambling, but
Yeah.
we're in that spot where in a lot of people's brains, it's still a ways out, but it's really not.
It's not.
So a lot of people are like, oh, we got time. And then you look, it's like, it's almost May.
Right.
It's not, there's not a lot of time. So I'm guessing there's
Yeah.
a little bit of the crunch pressure starting to feel a little bit with all the
Yeah.
people involved on getting this ready.
Yeah, so we had our community meeting this past Tuesday. So thank you to everybody who came out. It's coming along really great. We have our kids zone area that we're looking for sponsorship. So if you're a business in this area and you want to sponsor the kids zone, which is an interactive experience for kids, please give us a call, 624-6700.
Lots of benefits for you, the business, as a sponsor as well. You get
Yes.
obviously you're helping out and being a part of this, but so I'm thinking if you're a kid-centric business of some kind, this might be a good thing for you to sponsor. You know?
Absolutely. And lots of different marketing opportunities with the sponsorship. So different levels. We have our print deadline that's coming up, and that's why we say we need to have sponsors in no later than May 15th in order for them to get the full advantage of the exposure of our marketing dollars that are. There will be some local, thanks to some general fund money, but most of it will be external, bringing visitors in town. And then that weekend, our printed maps, our brochures, our calendar of our schedule of events, our signage throughout the city. There will be a lot of that to direct people where to go. 2 different locations, so our downtown district, and then just a couple blocks up at the convention center. That will be our kids zone, our Galaxy Cantina, which will be our beer garden, food trucks, vendors, inside guest speakers from the Daily Record, from the Roswell UFO Museum, Galacticon.
Nice.
And then, just lots of activities happening. The museum will have their planetarium shows.
Good.
And
those are always pretty popular.
Yes. And they'll have a new exhibit, Space Invaders. It's a really neat collection of art.
Cool.
The artist, he did a speaker talk just a couple of weeks ago, and so it's going to be fantastic.
Nice.
Ties in very well.
See, I'm still that age right here, Space Invaders. I think of the Atari game. With
Yeah.
It's like, cool, they're
It
doing
kind of looks like, almost like it kind of looks like that a little bit. So come check it out.
Yeah, very cool. So, yeah, and that's I know we always talk about, obviously the UFO Festival, we as a community, we love to bring as many people from all over the world to come and visit and all that. But we, the locals, check it out too. There's and I think there's a lot more that you're going to be like the food courts, the beer garden. And I know this, we have some awesome food trucks in town, but we get a lot of food trucks that come from outside the area to this too. So you not only get to kind of experience some of the local flavor, but some of the surrounding food trucks and what they're doing. So you really, some of outside cultures coming to us.
Yes.
And you get a chance to experience it without having to travel to them to go do it. So,
yes.
so even if you're like, well, I've seen aliens, I know that bit. Come out and experience the food, the flavor. Come out, bring the kids out, let them have fun. Come out to Galacticon and go.
And dress up if you want.
Yeah, and if you love memorabilia and collecting, that's where you're going to find all that stuff. Participate in the costume contests and all, because that's just a lot of fun. And without the local support, the out of town folks aren't going to really understand how cool it is without that local support, that local flavor. Every single one of us become ambassadors that weekend, because if you're downtown, there's always people that from out town. Hey, where's a good place to eat around here? Hey, hey, if I need to get some clothes for the kids, where can I go do that? Where stuff like that. And guess what? You're the one saying, well, we go here, and you tell them your favorite places, and you be an ambassador for us.
Yes. Please do. And if you are willing, or you have a company and you have employees and you need to do some community service and you want to get out and expose your brand that weekend, come and volunteer with us. We are looking for volunteers. Again, we're looking for those brand ambassadors that are going to talk great about Roswell and why this is the best community to live in Southeast New Mexico.
Hey, maybe there's a bunch of people that have aspirations to be docents and those kind of things.
Yes.
Hey, this is great training for all of that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. There will be activities at the zoo, again, downtown on the courthouse lawn, Pioneer Plaza, at Cielo Grande. There's going to be a night sky event that the Daily Record is doing. So just so many different activities.
Sure. And then, of course, always need the army of volunteers for the needed but less, the logistical side, setting up booths, setting up tables, making sure water's where it needs to be, all that logistical stuff. We need an army of those folks that are available to do that. So if you've got time to volunteer during the week, and even if it's only one day out of the 3 or half a day, any of that would be greatly appreciated.
Absolutely. And then Saturday night, our big concert, Midland Academy of Country Music, nominee. Come out, buy a ticket. It's $15 for general admission. Yeah. We did reach out to the artist, the band management, with our partner here, Josh Ragsdale at Pecco's Flavor Winery. He's been helping us coordinate the logistics, and there might be some VIP tickets coming.
Oh, great. Excellent.
Which
might include like a meet and greet and all that kind of stuff, possibly?
Crossing our fingers. So we put that in.
Knocking on some more wood.
Hopefully that will pan out, but I'm super excited. In preparation for UFO Festival, we have a new app coming. Okay. So that's our next thing that I want to talk about.
So it'll be like a UFO Festival app?
It is a visit widget. It's Visit Roswell.
So it's for all of tourism of Roswell.
Everything tourism Roswell. It's available, and I'm sharing it with our community today on the iOS and Android phones. Okay. So if you want to check it out, we're in our beta testing, so we're still launching. We're still updating. We'd love your feedback.
Sure.
But it's really to help our visitors and even our locals.
I was about to say,
activities, events. If you are an organization and you have an event, we will advertise at no cost on the app as well as RC Roswell website.
I look at this as a modern, very modern version of answering the question when people sit down, what do you want to do this weekend? Yes. I don't know. What do you want to do? There's nothing going on. Get on your visit widget.
Yes.
And next thing you know, there's a whole list of things that are happening this weekend in Roswell, or deals going on at various locations or whatever it is. It's kind of, it sounds like it's almost like the, you could turn it in for, how newspapers always on their Friday editions have like their weekend journal, and it talks about this can in essence be a modernized version of that for locals. And obviously for our out-of-towners, when they get to town, they hit it and say, oh, look at all there's this place to go or this place to go. And so you're right. I think I almost find that you might find locals find it more helpful than out-of-town folks sometimes. So
it definitely has a lot of local feel. We have like our Invaders schedule that's listed on there. We have Alien Dragway. So they're having events and they're sending us their stuff regularly. And it's free. It's the same thing that you're going to see on C Roswell's website. The one neat thing is that if you want to offer a special deal specific to your business, we can do that, and we can target market these locals through the app.
So it's a quick way to get that word out.
A quick coupon or sending them a text message notification when they sign up. It's all optional, but it's called See Roswell. It's the visit widget, and it's on your Android or iPhone store.
And obviously, as a business and you're participating in this thing, you can use that to tell your customers, hey, you want to hear exclusive deals only for us? Download the visit widget and be on the lookout, because from time to time we're going to put something up there.
Yes.
And so you can use that to kind of a synergy where they're marketing for each other here, as the businesses are telling their customers to get more so they can service their customers better. And on the other side, the city's saying, hey, come see all the wonderful things we have in this community that you may or may not know about. So it's really I like it. It's a great idea.
Thanks.
So I guess the public's is download it, start utilizing it, and give
us feedback.
Give us some good feedback. Find things that you're finding useful, things that you're not finding useful, things that you would like to see in there that you would find useful. Feedback all that information, so now they can go from we've got a product, let's tweak it to make it the most useful for everyone.
Yes. We have 2 other interactive things, because that's my goal, is we want people to have an interactive, immersive experience when they come to Roswell. There are tours and challenges on the app. So if they go through a tour, so right now we have the museum murals throughout the city of Roswell. If they go through that tour and they check in on the app, they come back to the visitor center and we're going to give them a free little token of our appreciation. The other challenge, if they go into so many businesses in our downtown district or throughout the city, again, we're gonna incentivize them to get out in our community.
Cool.
And so they can get badges, and it's almost like catching Pokemon or geocache. It's kind of like that.
Cool.
And so we're really excited and hope our locals love it and hope the tourists enjoy it as well.
That in of itself may be something to do for the weekend for some of the family says, hey, let's go on a mural scavenger hunt this weekend and go and try to find all the murals and play in the game here a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. And at the same time, you accidentally learn stuff about our community and find out things. So
we're going to have like a history tour. I mean, there's so much that we'll be rolling out. We're starting small and then we'll grow to it, but would love your feedback.
Absolutely. And I could even see, we're just all the time, but I could even see this evolving to creating new programs and events, like, maybe not so much this town, but you know how like back east they'll have like ghost tours and things like that. I mean, I don't know if our town has enough haunted history to do that, but there you go. But I'm saying we could do all that through this, you know what I mean? So there's towns like Savannah, Georgia that had like civil wars go through them, and so their ghost opportunity is a little bit stronger than ours out here in Roswell.
Absolutely. There is that opportunity, definitely starting with history, because we have so much great history here. So much great
hidden history.
Hidden history. And so John LeMay, he's helping us with that. He's going to be our voiceover. And
nice.
So it'll be great. It'll be really great.
Very cool. But again, look in your Android and Apple stores right now and download it. Is it under Roswell Visit Widget?
It's under See Roswell Visit Widget.
See Roswell Visit Widget. You type that in, it should pop right up.
Yes.
Although if you put like Roswell Visit Widget, it probably should pop up in your
and you'll
in your
see our
list there.
brand. You'll see our logo. So,
so download it. It's free. All that good stuff. And give it a dance later on today here.
Yeah.
Of course, if you have any questions about anything we're talking about, 2 websites I'm going to point you to. The RoswellConnect.com, all things recreation side of the city.
Yes.
Tickets, passes to like the museums and the aquatic center, all that. You're going to go through Roswell Connect. And then the city's government main web page, roswell-nm.gov. You can go there to do things like pay your water bill, learn about city council, learn library, all the other
great things.
Parts of the city here. You can find access to all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Very good. Is there anything we missed?
No, we're hiring. So if you need a job for the summer, guest services, $12 to $15 an hour.
By the way, those college kids, like I said, the pool's opening. Get them applying now and then get their lifeguard training, do all that required. So mid-May when things open up, they're ready and
ready to go.
Whistle in hand and that red thing that they all carry in Baywatch.
Yes. Yes. It'd be great.
Thank you, Juanita.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Sounds good.
Don't work too hard. I have to tell you that because you don't listen. It is
never ending.